Okay, Year 12s, welcome back up to the Ag Farm. So we're just giving you a video here to demonstrate where we're up to as far as our nitrogen testing goes. So this is the second week of our experiment. We've got our 3 trial lots. In there we've got one paddock which is getting roughly 20 kilograms of urea applied every week over the three weeks. Okay, our second paddock which is getting 30 kilos of urea across the acre, and then our final paddock which is getting 50 kilos of urea across the acre. So we're just seeing an incremental increase in the amount of nitrogen being supplied. So hopefully this will mean for your videos that you guys will be doing, you'll be able to talk about how changes in nitrogen level affects grass growth. Hopefully we're seeing a point where the nitrogen is meeting all the requirements. We're not getting any left over, none sitting on top. So what we're just going to do today is just go through and have a little quick chat about it and what we're doing and how it's working. Then we're going to go back into the shed and put up a bit of the information that you guys will need for your assignment regarding our grass growth. So just the things we've got today, we've got a ruler. Okay, so we're going to just take a measurement of roughly how long each of that grass is to work out an average. To do this, we're going to take about 10 measurements down and record how much that grass is growing, so we can get a nice clear graph, as well as identify things like colour, any changes in growth across the paddock, any growth retardation which is occurring, and they're the main things that we're going to look at. So I'll just pause the video, I'll take a few measurements and I'll talk about that a little bit more. Okay guys, I'm just here at trial plot 1. What we've got is, this is our trial which is getting approximately 20 kilos per acre, or about 10 kilos per hectare if we work it back. So we've worked that back, so we have a 6 metre squared trial lot here, and what we're doing is making sure we've got a good even coverage of fertiliser on there, and they're getting about 30 grams of fertiliser every week. So just a fairly low level of nitrogen there to help the grass grow. And what we'll do now is I'll just take some measurements, see if that grass is growing. I just wanted to show you, if we can, just a little bit of the colour changes that are occurring. So what's happened is, where this grass has been fed, we're getting a fair bit of this new growth. So we can see just here that there is new growth. That's where it's been bitten off, and then we've got that new shoot. So you can see on each of those tillers how they're coming out. Okay, and over here where the cattle didn't get in and eat it, we've got all new growth. So got nice clear points on all those ends. That's coming up. We're getting really good green colour, and then a thick biomass. A little frog in there. So just getting plenty of nutrients and stuff. And I'll just take some measurements now. So that's what I'll be doing across the 3. But I just thought we'd give you a video just to demonstrate how that looks. This is our lowest level of nitrogen. Okay, so I've just measured off trial 1 there, taken down some recordings, and we'll go through those averages a little bit later. While I'm still out in the paddock, we'll go through trials 2 and trial 3. So trial 2 here, this is basically working out 30 kilos per acre. So, you know, we're looking at 60 kilos per hectare roughly. And we're just looking to try and get, again, a pretty good covering of nitrogen across this one. So again, this works out to be around that 50 odd grams of nitrogen going on, or urea going on, to try and get that. So hopefully you can see just a little bit of change here as I bring it down in our colouring of our grass. So a fair bit more vigorous growth. So as you can see, all of these have tapered up and outgrown those chewed off ends. Okay, so if I pull one of these up nice and close to the camera, we can see that the grass there has got a nice top along that blade. Really high tillering activity, so little fresh tillers coming out along most of those stolons, and plenty of fresh grass growth. Overall, colour's looking really good. Sort of a few little lighter patches there, that's where the couch grass is, but generally a really high level of growth. So that's our trial 2. Go over here to trial 3. Now this one's slightly different. It's getting a higher concentration of nitrogen, but because of where the trial is to keep them all together, we've actually gone into a fair bit more couch. So I expect couch doesn't grow the same as Kikuyu. It's not going to get the same, yield or height, so we're going to get a lower average. But what we'll be able to pick up is changes in coloration. So it actually is starting to green up really well. This is getting sort of bag and a half of urea on it, and we're just really giving it a really high dose. So we just got to make sure then that we're working through and getting all that done. Again, even coverage and really high density of growth. Okay guys, just got back into the shed and we've record all the averages now, so we should be able to see our graph now, our table, starting to fill up. We've got our plot 1, plot 2 and plot 3. We had a starting point of 125 millimetres of growth for week 1 in plot 1, 110 millimetres of growth in both plot 2 and plot 3. So what we're looking at seeing now is the percentage of growth that we're getting as a response to our nitrogen. So we're actually putting our most nitrogen on plot 3, but we've only got 134 mils of growth currently as an average from the random sites across that plot. Plot 2, 170 mils of growth, and plot 1, 150 mils of growth. So I'll just bring that in a little bit closer, so that way you'll be able to pause the video and should be able to see each of our recordings there. So that's our average growth that we're getting across our 3 plots. Hopefully from here you'll be able to see the colour changes, you'll be able to see that growth and be able to graph that and discuss how the nitrogen is affecting or improving the growth there against basically our control, which is our load like nitrogen, plot 1. And we want to see if our application of more nitrogen is actually being effective, and then looking at things like colour. Now remember to talk about the things that we don't have quite 100% right. We don't have all one species of grass here, guys. We have some with cooch, some with kikuyu, some with a mixture of both, and that's going to impact on our overall averages. So you're talking about how that application of nitrogen is impacting on the grass growth, and that's what you'll need to look at through this lesson, guys. So that's just for part 3 of your assignment, and hopefully that little video gives you a bit more of that school context that'll help you even though you guys can't be here to see it. Till next time, guys, hopefully you keep on working well at home and stay safe. Thank you.